Okay. So, last night, and hopefully our everything is going to be okay for a while because I think our internet went out last night and it was because they're putting in, they said better internet. But I think we went over, I'm just going to put the picture here because I'm going to go over some of the stuff because you didn't hear it all. This is the party they threw, and this cake just makes me want to have cake now. Incarceration, relocation, celebration. Before Kimberly Kessler, when she left, after she was convicted, and then the sheriff said he was going to have this party because she drove these people nuts. She threw feces, she took her clothes off, she smeared it on herself, she smeared it all around the cell and the windows and all that stuff. So they were so happy when she was transferred to the Florida Women's Reception Center to begin her life sentence. Now, okay, so I think I did touch on that last night. And then the next thing that I wanted to go over was say the mother of Jolene Cummings. Did I tell you this part about it? I don't know. Excuse me. Let me say, just want to make sure that this was there. So she says, minutes after they got the conviction, and it only took like an hour for the jury to decide, she spoke about her daughter. She said, I do have a message from one mother to another mother. I know you feel the pain of not being able to see your son, but if you could find it within your heart to tell us where the remains of my daughter, where are the remains of my daughter, give us some closure. I'm asking you from one mother to another. That's all I have to say, and that's all that I pray for. It only took a jury a little over an hour to find Kimberly Kessler guilty of first-degree murder and the death of Johnson's daughter, Jolene Cummings. Let's see, she said, today we praise God that we got the verdict and that it gives us some type of closure. While my daughter Jolene has not been found, we have at least the verdict of the indictment of first-degree premeditated murder. We miss Jolene every second of the day. My family, our families, the Cummings family, the children. Not a day goes by, but I really feel like Jolene is with us today. I feel like she's actually been in that courtroom with us. After the verdict came down, Johnson, who closely followed the case, took the time to thank Nassau County Sheriff Bill Leeper, State Attorney Melissa Nelson, the jury, and everyone else who was involved with the prosecution. Our prayers have been answered, she said. Johnson said she just wants to be able to lay her daughter to rest. A life has been cut short through an act of cruelty, marking 3 years since Cummings' disappearance. The disregard for human life adds overwhelming feelings of turmoil, distrust, injustice, and helplessness to a normal sense of loss and sorrow. The world no longer feels as safe as it once did. When your child is murdered, grief is only the beginning. I do want to say thank you to everyone who put 1 second into this case, from the cops, FBI, and everyone in between. Yet today was a great day. There is still an emptiness of not having Jolene's whereabouts or having her with us. Her kids ask about her and talk about her daily, and they will grow to know the mother who was loved by many. Okay, so that is something that I wanted to talk about. And then let's see, what else was there that I was... Okay, release that. We went over. Just want to make sure before we go back into the files that I catch up with everything I told you last night when the live went out. And let me make sure you can hear me too before I go on and on and on like I normally do about things. Okay, you can't hear me. So, hello there, Julianne. Thank you for coming back. Margaret, Terry, I thought they caught her. Okay, they did. They got her because she left the car there. They got her on Grand Theft Auto. And, yeah, they got her on Grand Theft Auto, but they knew because they got the videos of her dumping stuff and being in the, they had all that video and her being alone with her and then dumping all the stuff she was doing and all the weird activity. Yeah, they got that. So let me see what else is in the file here. What we have. Interview with David Trempis. I think we got that one. David Trempis. Did we ever? I don't think we did David Trempis. Because, wait, let me just see. I don't think we did.
Or if you know a person named Jennifer Seibert.
No.
You may know her under a different name.
Mia Stone?
Yep.
Oh, wait,
that would be another one.
Yeah.
Can you
tell me? I know she was from that area. She was kind of weird.
Yeah, what else do you know about her?
She supposedly drove all the way up here to Texas to meet me.
How did you meet her?
How did I meet her? She contacted me on Facebook. I was posting some things and she answered to them and, and she wanted to get married.
Really?
She wanted to marry me because I'm going through a custody thing. Mm-hmm. And, I was posting that they weren't, because I was a single parent and a 52-year-old male.
Does anybody remember this?
Mm-hmm. And she, come up here and offered to marry me, and I kind of thought, well, it's nice, I'll be friends with you and everything, but, it's not what I'm looking for. And it kind of creeped me out, and then she kept on getting a little verbal about it, and then kind of just blocked her.
How long did she stay up there?
She wasn't here but an hour. I mean, that's all for me. She was weird.
So you only knew her for an hour?
I wouldn't let her come to my property where I'd stay or anything. I just told her I'll meet you at Waterburner. And it was weird that she come like in a pro cuts outfit. That's what she claimed she did. She cut hair. And some of her husband was hunting her down to kill her or some kind of shit. I don't know. I remember all that. But it was just weird because she said she knew me from the past, and I knew you never met her before in my life.
She said from the past.
Yeah, she said we met at a party somewhere, and we really struck it off. And I'm like, well, that's not me because I've been traveling since I was 15, and I never really.
I don't remember this either.
Didn't grow up in Pennsylvania, home.
Okay, she also goes by the name. There's like 18 names. Mia Stone, Jennifer Seibert. Her true name is Kimberly Kessler. Do you know that name?
I still don't know her. I looked at her as somebody who, identity theft.
Yeah, well, we actually have her in our jail right now. She's for possible homicide. But we have someone who's missing, and she's our prime suspect right now.
Yeah, well, she said her husband was trying to kill her.
Yeah, she's no.
Yeah, that's what struck me as her nuts, and that's why, she kept on pushing the issue, and I kept it, that's what,
Yeah, she's actually in our jail
my
for...
name, and, like, see us, they marry you, they take your name and run up all your credit and all that crap.
Well, we found you because she was continuing to look you up. That's why I wanted to make contact with you.
Yeah, she said she's been looking me up for years, when she knew that my wife had died and, all that, so.
Do you think she knew your wife?
No. She said she knew that my wife had died. She tried to look me up after my wife had died, and then finally she found me when I was down here in San Antonio.
And the only way she knew you was from Facebook?
Yeah, I posted someone. I'm battling CPS for custody of my child, and she started, telling me about issues with her friends with CPS and stuff like this. So we started talking a little bit about it, so that I was learning the issues.
Uh-huh.
And then when she came up here, she offered to marry me, because one of the issues was I'm a 52-year-old single male.
Right.
And she said, well, and then she called, and then I said, no, that's sweet and everything, but, I don't feel that I have to do that to be a father of your child. And when you're trying to do something like this, you can't just bring a stranger in, you know what I mean? You gotta be
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't bring her in.
Yeah.
Did she ever mention anything about having children?
No. No, she just said she had a husband, and they're really rich, and
Really
she
rich.
tried to leave him, and he was hunting her. You know, the story, every time I would put something out there about my life, she would try to get something more to it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was involving her, like she was a victim too, and, you know, and that's what just took me away from her.
So how long did you know her?
We might have talked about 3 weeks on Facebook before she came up here, and that's about all it took for me was that 1 hour visit to creep me out.
Okay. Can you describe what she looked like then?
It's hard to tell her body figure. She wore a pro cuts outfit, you know, like a robe.
Uh-huh.
You know, like when they cut hair.
Yeah.
And she had just left the hair cutting salon and drove all the way up here from Florida, somewhere in Springs.
Oh my
Florida.
gosh.
But I know it's down by Fort Lauderdale. Kind of heavy set, dark curly hair.
Curly?
Not all I remember. Yeah, kind of curly, wavy.
Was it a wig?
Yeah, I don't know. No, it was totally different than her picture that she had posted.
Okay.
And on her picture that she had posted, it was straight.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe a chestnut red or brownish, you know. And then other than that, the only thing she posted was like a Trump supporter.
Okay.
I mean, there was like no information on her page whatsoever, and you know that's creepy too.
Yeah.
You know. And she was kind of sitting like in a shopping buggy or some kind of shit.
Shopping buggy.
Okay.
How did y'all find me here, where I work?
I had to, we had to Facebook stalk you. We had your name, and we just kept looking up the David Trumpus.
Yeah, there's about 4 of them. I lose my phone, and I don't know how to redo it.
I happened to see that you worked there, so I thought, let me just try him there and see if it's the same one. But, yeah, like I said, you can follow it on the, if you type her name in, you'll see the whole story, but mine is...
I typed it in earlier, and it just said Mia Stone, photographer. I think she blocked me.
No. She has 15 to 18 aliases.
Really?
Yes, she's been missing since 2004 from Pennsylvania.
I'm from Pennsylvania, so that's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, she was supposedly missing since 2004. Her true name is Kimberly Kessler. She's been living under the names of Jennifer Seibert, Mia Stone, Melissa something else, I forget.
That name does not, and I haven't been in Pennsylvania since 1985. You know, and I grew up in Butler County.
Were you ever friends? I'm trying to think of any of her friends she's mentioned. A guy named Wayne or...
like I said, I left Pennsylvania when I was 15.
I gotcha. But yeah, if you...
I have family up there, but...
If you type in Jennifer Seibert, Sybert, you'll be able to read the whole story.
Okay.
Probably interest you, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, good thing I have good instincts.
Yes, it is. It is. But like I said, she's in our jail for homicide. So, anyway, I appreciate you giving me a call back.
Okay. All right. If you need anything, just give me a holler on this number.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. You too, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, now there's,
Or if you know a person named Jennifer Seibert.
hold on, there's another one.
No.
You may know her under a different name.
Maybe I'll listen to it myself.
If that girl's name's really Kim Kessler?
Yes, sir.
I did know her growing up, I guess. She was good friends with a cousin of mine. I had 2 girl cousins, and she was good friends with them. And they were, you know, I guess she had like a little schoolgirl crush on me or something.
So you did know her?
It's the same
I
guy.
guess she knew me. I didn't know her at that name. I mean, the name Mia Stone, and she never let on to that. Her real name was Kim Kessler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you happen
She
to
knew that my wife had died, and she knew I had just died of a bad relationship. I mean, I guess you've been keeping track of me.
Wow.
You know, calling my sister up in Pennsylvania trying to find me, but not giving nobody no name. But, you know, once I talked to a cousin about it, she said, you know, I grew up with that girl, Kim Kessler. That was
Who's her cousin?
Kimberly McCall.
Kimberly McCall?
Yeah,
Did she
Kimberly
know-
Kelly McCall.
Did she know her pretty well?
I guess they were best friends. They would ride horseback together, and she knew she had a brother Bobby, and she knew the whole 9 yards on her. I mean, but like I said, that we all left Pennsylvania like the 80s.
Okay.
Kimberly, she's like 2 years younger than me.
She had a crush then, big time, I guess, because she's still trying to follow you for years.
Yeah. But I know her and Kimberly had it out on the phone. When I posted that we could just be friends, but I wasn't looking for marriage or any of that stuff. And she got real defensive, so I kind of blackballed her.
I understand. Do you have a number for Kim or Kelly, whoever you just spoke to?
I don't have it offhand. Can you text to this number? I can send it to you like that.
Yeah, I could text you on this number. And then you have to send me their number?
Yeah, I'll send you their number through a text.
Okay, did they already know what was going on?
Yeah, I thought she looked it up too. She knew.
Oh, she hadn't heard about it yet, though?
No.
Yeah, I think it's on the news out there, too.
Well, she looked it up. She works on computers anyway, so.
I gotcha.
She went through it all. She said, no, she ain't 43, she's 50. She said, remembered her date of birth and everything.
Wow. Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's really, for us, it's really weird.
She was saying something about the car with an SUV. When she came to see me, she was in a black SUV.
The little Kia Soul?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe she rode out there just for one day.
I can't believe it either. And then she said, well, I got propositions for you. She kept on trying to get me. She'll marry me. I'll get the child. All this, And I was like, well, you're too strange if you're going to bring around my kid,
Yeah, I wouldn't bring her in the kid either.
I'm trying to get custody of,
Now, did they know anything about her having a child?
No, this is after I lost my rights. I got on a couple CPS support groups and things like that, and then boom, all of a sudden she hit me, and then she would tell me, well, I've been looking for you since your wife died, and I was like, how did you know my wife died?
Yeah. What year did she come visit you?
Last year, I believe it was. About 6 months ago. Yeah.
About 6 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, she was in that pro cuts hair get up, and so she had a nationwide membership to some gyms, and she was just waiting to. It was like, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna call them all the way up here, have lunch. And the very next morning, she was calling, can I come out to the house? I said, no, I'll meet you in town.
Yeah.
Well, she's coming out here where I live.
Yeah, after reading that story, it's probably smart, huh?
Well, the story wasn't even written then, yeah.
No, I'm saying, when you think about it now.
No, it's just somebody comes on so damn headstrong like that,
Yeah. Okay, well, I sent you my text.
Okay.
If you'll respond, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate
All right,
it.
I'll send you your number.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
And that girl's name's really Kim Kessler?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that was that guy. Now, there's that, hang on a minute. This is the search warrant for that guy, that old boyfriend of Jolene's. What is this? Extreme car wash clip.
That's at 12:33, right?
Yes.
She just threw something away in the dumpster. She threw something away in the dumpster there. Right? Hold on, let me see here. What is this?
Phone number, and if it's something I can just pay in cash.
Body, labor, paint, some estimate for something. Paint and body stuff. Oh, and these were for this cat.
Photo. Photo.
All right, let me see you. Let me turn the bright light on. Alright, it's not working anyways. Man, like, it'd be great if I knew how to work my own phone, huh? Go ahead, laugh it up, cat. Laugh it up. What you doing, Pookums? Come here, Snookies. What you doing? Oh. What you doing? Yes, you're so sweet, Abu. I do. I know. Hey, what you doing? Come here. Can I get a picture of your tail or something? Some other identifying marks. Let's see. Face. Why do you tabbies look alike? You've heard that before, haven't you? Wait, which one are you? Are you the same one? Oh, the confusion.
That looks like a pixie bobcat because we had a pixie bobcat, not just a tabby by the markings. They're very sweet cats. So apparently she is at some shelter or something looking for a cat after the guy said that they had a really nice cat and she killed it, remember?
Oh my God.
Another guy.
Jeez.
I wonder if she ever adopted this cat here. Okay, this one has no sound, so let me see this. That doesn't have sound either. I wonder if she adopted a cat. These were in from 2017. Cat looks like, please leave me here, leave me alone. That looks exactly like a pixie bobcat.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the one she was doing that crazy. That one we already saw. Let's see.
How do you do this? I need to like strap to my head.
Quiet lady. Let's see. Items found. That was the stuff in St. John's. They don't really explain much about that stuff, that hair stuff. Okay, Jason's. Planet Fitness we went through. Sandy Peters, Ronald Stafford. Where the heck is this? Low surveillance. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, okay. Get that one off. Let's see. It's the bin she put over there. That can't be Jolene's body that she's putting in there like that. Let's see here. Car wash. Check out Woody's surveillance. We went through that. The only one we can, this Xylon Lousy, his
Hold up, this time. That one. That was bigger.
I just sent you another picture.
Yeah, that looks bigger to me.
Yeah, I can't even understand that guy. That's supposedly what he was married to her, that Xylon Lousy, whatever the heck is, however you say his name. Okay, let me see about this one. Open with... Not that one, let's see. Open with... Shoot. No, you can't open with that one. Okay. Open with... That's where they picked her up at the rest stop. Okay. So I think, other than that, I think we've probably been through her whole thing now. I want to read a little bit about the her trial and the aftermath. So, and her appeal. That's, I think I was going through the appeal. All right, let's see what we got here. She was sentenced to life. She was sentenced to life in January of, no, when was she sentenced to life? Let me see here. I think it was January of 2022. Let's see. This again is Jolene.
It's a nightmare that no people.
Okay, now, so they say investigators found Jolene's abandoned car in the Home Depot parking lot. The camera footage showed that Kimberly Kessler, or Jennifer Seibert, whatever you want to call her, brought the car there and took an Uber out of there. So, when they put the luminol in the salon, they said basically the whole salon lit up. There was blood everywhere that obviously had been cleaned up. You could see mop marks on the floor in blood. There was no doubt that that was not only a crime scene, it was a homicide scene. Police eventually arrested Seibert in the highway rest area of Fernandina Beach because on Grand Theft Auto. She had claw marks on her face. She had Band-Aids on her face. It looked to me that she had been in one hell of a fight, said the detectives. When booking her, they looked into her background and made a startling discovery. When first interviewed, she admitted that her real name was Kimberly Kessler and that she had lived in 30 cities over 20 years with at least 18 aliases. And she said, "I'm ready to go back to being myself." And then she was just remember about this silly middle name. Her mother named her Kimberly Lee. Like she stuttered or something, which she said, and she had those scratches. Okay, she was charged with first-degree premeditated murder of Jolene Cummings. She pled not guilty and behaved erratically when awaiting trial. Someone that worked in the facility where she was held said that she acted bizarrely when incarcerated. She actually ripped her smock off completely, got naked, started smearing feces all over herself, and it just went from there. She then decided it was a great idea to throw it at us, so we were in there dunking, diving, trying to get away from it. She said of one incident. At one point in time during her incarceration, she began a hunger strike and went from 170 pounds down to 80 pounds. Prosecutors say that Kessler had murdered and dismembered Jolene Cummings and disposed of her body in trash bags in a dumpster behind the salon, never to be recovered. Let's see. The defense argued that Cummings' murder was not premeditated, which was requisite for Kessler to be convicted of first-degree murder. And after less than 3 hours of deliberation, Kessler was found guilty of first-degree murder and Grand Theft Auto. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. She appealed her conviction, but it was dismissed in 2024. Let's see. And a friend of Jolene says that Jolene was beautiful inside and out. And again, she was first and foremost a mom to these kids, and she was a great friend, great listener. Okay, so we've got that for that. Let's see. Then now, Kimberly Kessler, she asked to throw out her conviction in July of 2024. That's what I was telling you guys about last night. She said that, let's see what she says. In the document, she submits 27 grounds why her conviction should be thrown out. They largely pertain to claims of prosecutorial misconduct, violations of due process, jury instructions that were prejudicial to Kessler, and failures to object to hearsay and fabricated evidence to properly impeach witnesses. She also refutes the trial transcripts. She claims that there is no case and no evidence, and that the evidence is circumstantial and insufficient. She cited 62 laws and cases as precedents to throw out her conviction. She repeated her claims that one of the prosecutors, who is from South Florida, is Jolene Cummings' cousin, which her defense counsel told the judge at the time was factually inaccurate. Kessler writes that only the prosecution provided witness testimony and evidence, and that the jury was told to accept all witnesses and evidence as true without any further proof. And then she's, due to much of the per se conflict of interest, per se prejudicial error, egregious prosecutorial misconduct, and the culmination of other errors, defendant was convicted of charges. Defendant was framed and maintaining she is innocent. I am innocent, she writes in the case summary. Let's see. Early in the document, she claims she's never been disruptive or disrespectful. She later writes critically of her defense counsel, prohibiting a change of venue, and may she be brought back safe, sound, and soon, she writes. Regarding Cummings, Kessler wrote that she was not close to Jolene Cummings and worked with her for 2.5 months. She said her counsel provided a platform for lies, hearsay, and fabrication, and that she did nothing to Jolene Cummings. At multiple times during the trial, due to her behavior, Kessler could not be present in the courtroom. I did not leave freely. I did not consent. I was removed. Kessler argues that there is no weapon found. The judge allowed a jury to hear that Kessler bought an electric carving knife, trash bags, cleaning gloves, and ammonia during a 24-hour time frame in which she's accused of murdering Cummings. Kessler claims Cummings is a missing person, and she directed the suspicion towards her boyfriend and the salon for not having working security cameras, stating she was framed. At numerous points in the document, she called the evidence presumptive. Yeah, so... but that didn't work out well for her either. So now, I don't know if she has, let me see. Kimberly. See, I'm trying to see if there's anything that's... guilty. That was, yeah, she was found guilty December 2021. She was, let's see, did she say anything? Cummings' mother, Ann Johnson, and loved ones hugged as they heard the jury's decision. Kessler is facing mandatory life in prison. Sentencing was set for January 27th of 2022. During closing arguments, let me see here. The state started by reminding the jurors that Jolene Cummings has not been seen or heard from in 3 years and has not used her bank account in that time frame. The state said she was looking forward to her birthday and was making plans to make Mother's Day presents with her kids to give to her own mother. The state then reviewed all of the evidence, including the blood found throughout the Tangles Hair Salon, the video footage of Kessler shopping for supplies and driving and parking Jolene Cummings' car at the Home Depot, her internet searches, which included Jolene Cummings, no body, no crime. They also discussed the fact that the women did not get along. I think they said she searched Jolene Cummings like 497 times or something. And they pointed to a tense interaction between the two women the day before Jolene disappeared. During closing arguments, prosecutors told the jury that the evidence showed Kessler used scissors to kill Cummings before disposing of her body. Yikes, scissors. Can you imagine? During the defense closing arguments, they again pointed to how the internet searches are out of context and how purchasing of zip ties are not consequential to the case. The defense attorney also pointed to bruising on Kessler's legs, up her arm and shoulders, and said that All that shows is there was a violent conflict. What has the state not offered you? Who started it? Who was the aggressor? Who was defending themselves? How did it end? There are no answers to these questions. You don't have to fill in the blanks, the defense said. After the verdict, Leeper said one person helped solve the case, Jolene. She left her blood and she left her DNA, and that's what got her. And that's what helped us close this case, he said. And this is Jolene and her kids.
Kimberly Kessler is going to prison. She faces a...
Yeah, she's going to prison. Let's see. The defense rested. They only called one witness in the trial, and that was the lead detective, Wayne Harrington. He previously testified for the state. The defense showed Harrington a baggie found in the Tangles Hair Salon after Cummings disappeared. He described the baggie as having a chalky-like substance, but doesn't believe it was tested for evidence. It's unclear where the baggie was found in the salon. Last month, the defense filed a motion saying Cummings and Kessler got into an argument over drugs in the workplace. The state rested after putting several witnesses on the stand for 2 days. Prosecutors focused, I'm surprised she didn't take the stand, focused Wednesday on Kessler's internet searches. Let's see, Detective Charity Rose, and that's the woman you hear on all the phone calls, testified about thousands of searches in Kessler's phone in the days leading up to Cummings' disappearance on May 12, 2018. According to Detective Rose, searches included the following things: autopsy, cadavers, murderpedia, victimpedia, female murderers by country, and Florida female murderers. On May 16th, according to Rose, Kessler searched Jolene Cummings, no body, no crime, as well as other things regarding Cummings' disappearance. The defense argued that there was no way to know the full context behind those searches and who was physically doing them. Michelle Money testified that Kessler asked her whether the storage on Sadler facility had live video surveillance and asked if it was recorded. Another witness, an employee at West Marine in Fernandina Beach, said Kessler bought heavy-duty zip ties there on May 5th of 2018 and paid for them in cash. Kessler was brought into the courtroom 3 times Wednesday. The judge wanted to give her a chance to participate. All 3 times she had outbursts, mostly shouting, "Jordan Beard is Jolene Cummings' cousin," something she has repeated throughout the case or of the trial. Jordan Beard is Kessler's previous attorney, who is not Cummings' cousin. The jury was not in the courtroom during these moments, and Kessler was removed and placed in a separate room where she could watch the proceedings. Kessler had similar outbursts in court Monday and Tuesday. Let's see here. The jury was shown pictures of the inside of both women's cars, and during cross-examination, the defense argued that there should have been blood everywhere, even inside those cars, but none was found. Harrington was on the witness stand, that's the detective, and explained how investigators went to the landfill to search the garbage Kessler dumped in a dumpster. Harrington testified it was July 7th, and the heat index was 117 degrees, and the search teams wore ice vests. The landfill search continued for days. Cummings' body was not found, but the state suggested there was enough DNA evidence to prove Kessler killed Cummings. The defense said without a body, there's no proof of a murder. Let's see what else we have here on... Multiple witnesses testified that they went to Tangles Hair Salon on May 12th and saw the hairdressers Cummings and Kessler. And it's the last day that Jolene was seen. Cummings' ex-husband, Jason Cummings, testified that Jolene never picked up their 2 young sons from him the next day, which was Mother's Day. I was waiting for her to pull up. I waited for about an hour. I tried to contact Jolene. Over the years, the state has released a slew of evidence, including photos of blood found in the salon and surveillance footage of Kessler in Jolene Cummings' SUV without her. Kessler was also seen on surveillance video carrying trash bags from Tangles Hair Salon to a dumpster behind the building. And a receipt shows Kessler bought cleaning gloves, ammonia, trash bags, and an electric knife around the same time Jolene disappeared. State prosecutors opened by saying Jolene was killed by Kimberly Kessler and though a body was never found, there was a large amount of Jolene Cummings' DNA left behind at the salon. Investigators found a blue bin that contained a partial fingernail of Jolene Cummings. Prosecutors also told the jury in opening statements that Kessler searched the internet on April 30th, 2018 for coworker guilty of killing coworker. The defense said this case is about evidence and a lack of evidence. The defense also acknowledged that Kessler and Jolene worked together and had an ongoing conflict. Crazy. So, yeah, I think then now we're done with this case, let's say. So let's see if you guys have any questions. Let me go over here. I think Kimberly Kessler was just... Yeah, but you think she would have done something like that before with all of the things, right? Because that was 2.5 weeks and 2.5 months, I mean. But look, if she did that, then like she's probably killed other people, right? Don't you think so? I don't know. I don't know. The weekly schedule. Great clips. That was another place. Cummings. What is this interview?
Hey Casey, I'm Detective Rose with the Sheriff's Office.
Hello.
Hello. I needed to speak to you about someone that you had contact with the other night. You're not in trouble for nothing.
Oh, I was like,
okay.
I don't even know. Okay.
Can we sit down for a second? Okay.
I don't know if we heard this one. Casey.
Let's see. So, you came in contact with, let's see. There was a female that came into the store the other night, right here.
Yes.
And y'all sat there and talked for a little bit on video.
Yeah, she had me call her a taxi.
She had you call her a taxi?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your conversation was with her?
She said something about how she was out with a couple of friends drinking, and one of the friends' ex-boyfriends came around. There had been some kind of problem. She didn't go into detail for it much after that. And to be honest, I don't even know how she got to the store because she had me call her a taxi. And then, 10, 15 minutes later, she was gone. The taxi came and picked her up, took her, she said somewhere to like a Plant Fitness.
Okay.
That was around us.
All right. What else did she say about them being out earlier?
Nothing. She went into this really weird conversation about what meth does to your body.
I think we heard
Literally,
this
this is what most of our conversation was about.
What meth does to your body? Okay.
Yeah, it was really weird. All she said about what happened earlier that night was that they were out drinking. One of the girls, like one of her friend's ex, came around, and then, then it just went bad from there. But she didn't give any details to me, though.
Where were they drinking at?
She didn't tell me. I figured if she had walked to us, though, they were probably over at the Goat, most likely.
I think we heard that that's when she got the, then when she left the car. Daniel Sawyer. Pretty sure. I think we heard this guy, too. Let me see.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I have an internship right now at a robotics company.
Yeah, we heard this guy.
Is that down in Jacksonville?
Yep, that's in Jacksonville.
Robotics
and I
company.
apologize for coming here this evening.
Robotics, yeah, we got that guy. Emily Riddle, we did. iPhone attachments, what is this? Alan Curry. What is this? Alan Kurt Christopher Allen. May 23rd, 1978. May you never forget what is worth remembering, or remember what is best forgotten. Even the nonconformist Kurt chose to use his initials KCA. Man with a mischievous smile, dimples, and unforgettable laugh of quick wit and dry sarcasm, whose playful sense of humor protected his true heart and fierce loyalty for those he loved. Casey was passionate about cars, culture, history, Eastern philosophy, martial arts. What is this? This is somebody's... Why does she have this? Allen. Kurt Christopher Allen. Wonder who that was. Front bumper, front lamps, stuff. Bumper cover. Great clips. First coat, paint and body. (2016) Soul. Okay. All right, let's see what this is. This, I believe, is what we looked up last night. Is this? It showed us what she was searching. Spiritual warfare. Valentino Rossi Best. Florida Department of Transportation. Yeah, we looked this up last night. This is where it went to all the searches on Jolene and stuff. Let's see what this is. This is those invoices again. IRS, the Bartram Club. Nothing but the blood. Kia, Sorrento. Brazilian blowout. Jolene. Obituary. What is she looking for? Another name she could use, I think. She'd circled a name there. A whispering ambience answers why. Resurrection. Is she right there? Available Thursday, Friday. Virginia. Witch, she put. Vicky, she put. Busy salon. Step drawer count. Step 3. Step 1. Draw count. Step 3. Print. Credit card activity will print. Great clips. Charge tip, Jennifer. Steffel. Oh, she got her car painted, right? It used to be white. She got it painted black. That's what that is. See, she got it painted black. I'll take that white car and I'll get it painted black. Okay. Then the cat, which we saw all these. Hope sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Another guy here. A check. Great clips, great clips. Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation online licensing services. That's the gym, right? Weekly schedule, weekly schedule. Great clips. The Carlton at Bartram Park Apartments. What is that? Oh, Mia Stone when she was using that alias. Met RX protein powder. Want to learn flower arranging. Massage movements. Nothing but the blood. What that is. There's that picture she wrote on after. I think these are all the people she said were after her. Ziploc bags. Your world in Jezebel's net. Jezebel. Insecurity, low self-esteem, undermine, insult, mind games. We offer a number of services, free clothing, emergency food, busy salon, looking for motivated stylists. Jennifer Seibert, that's her resume. Hairstylist, Florida free legal answers. There's that Brazilian blowout stuff again. March 23rd, Wednesday, training. They haven't said where she had all that cash from in her car, right? Jolene. Where to find help in Florida. It looks like you're due a refund from your employer. Way to go, Jennifer. You filed your 2017 taxes. I share what I have in the name of Jesus, she wrote there. Dick's Sporting Goods. Want to get in touch with us. Superior Construction, Tori. Vicky's card from Tangles. A divine revelation of hell. Recognizing Satan's deceptions. Multitudes of every nation. A divine revelation of Satan's deceptions. Reclaiming the keys and gifts of God. Jesus talk with the dead. Call upon me in the day of trouble, I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me. Psalm 50:15. Obedience, compassion, humility, love. Okay, what else? Jesus' authority, a humble spirit, praise, righteousness, okay, that's that one. Let's see what else we have. iPhone images. These are the same, aren't they? Most of it, they have like lots of files of these, but I think they're mostly the same. Let me see. 2. More, you see, she was looking up this lady. That was Tim Edwards. See, she's looking up people, and there's that girl again. About John Verka. More kids here. Wrongful discharge lawyer. Seeking a motivating salon professionals. Salon and spa. Okay, that's that one. 3. Creative hair salon, nail tech. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Haha, she said they're going to give me some Xanax at the hospital. Every dang meth head talks about Xanax. It's not for meth heads coming down off it's for people who have actual anxiety. Give her some antipsychotics. How can you tell someone is a meth addict? They have a nice tooth. They have really complicated stories to tell. They are ugly. All of the above. A tooth or teeth. Meth inside out, brain behavior aggression. Are they? Okay. Those are the same as the other ones. Okay, so that's 3, 4. Cat videos again. I wonder where that cat is. Those look like the same pictures again. See 5. Beth Ann Wellness Journey. Tangles. 3-in-1 oil. Connie Kessler's phone and address. She's looking up her mother. There's the gym. And it's got ringtones. It says ringtones, but they're not ringtones. They're her reading scripture or something.
It is Isaiah 52:12 and 58:8. Scripture, Genesis 15:1. In Jesus' name, I bind up the strong witness for Christ. Amen. He magnifies his word above his name.
They're just her reading scripture. And let's see what else.
Detective English with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit. Today's date is May 17th, 2018. Time is 01:51 hours. Here with Deputy Gillis. She is going to be transporting Jennifer Seibert to the St. Johns County CID. This will be a recording of the transport.
697, working to our. Then, pass it down, put it in the car. Got it? Alright, no jewelry, nothing of that nature on you, right? No. Okay. Is that the only one that's in there? I have it between my private area too, because I'm fat and I sweat on my ass cheeks or butt cheeks. Alright, no weapons, nothing of that nature I gotta worry about, right? No, sir. Okay. Spread your legs. Use the back of my hand, back of my hand. Back of my hand.
3796 Signal.
Alright, what's the when you get in the car? Okay. Make sure you got it? Alright, there you go.
St. John's.
3810.
Me 1051 to the SO 1012 Jennifer Cyber.
Denver.
Margaret. She's supposed to say something about her name. To it when I'm not doing anything and see where it is. But I think it's time for the word games. I had to do last night's to finish March by myself because my internet went out. But it's good that we finish early because I think they're going to disconnect internet like 2-3, like they're going to do that again. Until, I don't know when they said. So we're going to have to end early for a few minutes. Okay. Daily Puzzle Duke. I was just saying Earl, and the Duke was there. Nerd. Yeah, I don't think a nerd is there. For some reason they don't do it, nerd. Drunken. Yeah, you just got that with me. Drunk. Yeah, I was going to say that, Heart. Dunk. Yeah, that's good, Heart. Uh-huh. Rune. Okay. Run. Yeah, I got run up there. Rend. Yeah, you and I just got that at the same time. Ken. What do you have? Nude with a K? No. Dune, earn. Okay, earn. Dune. Dune. No. Dune. Done. I have up there. End. Okay. Rue. Okay. Do. Do. Okay. I tried nude. I did try that. It's not there. See? None I have up there. Dern, you say? Nope. Nope. Dunk, we already have up there. Rude, I got that one. Oh, I know what that one is. Under pressure. April 1st, got it done. Arch. We said arch. Okay. Main. Ran, you said? Yeah, man. I think got man there. Let's see. Cane, rain. Yeah, rain I have up there. Arm, harm. Yep, got all that. Rim, ram, yep, we have those. Harm, you're still here, Terry. Good for you, Terry. You're going to get a gold star tonight. Did you know that? You've got a gold star headed your way for hanging in there with us. Hanging in there. Cram, yep. What is it? C-R-A-I-N, you say? Crane. Oh. H-A-I-N. No, hair I got up there already. Okay. What do you have? No. No. Carn. No. Extra word. Machine. There's no E. Mania. Yeah, that's good. Micah. Hopefully. Oh, extra word. Huh. I'm falling asleep. Ranch. Very good, Julie. And maniac? Yeah, she's a maniac on the floor. Okay. Manic, I think we have that, don't we? Oh no, we didn't. We put mania. Okay, manic, yeah. Okay, got that. Rich, and then Chia. Chia pet. Aria, that's probably it. Yeah. Very good. Let's see. Oh, a chairman, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Very good, Heart. Very good. Okay. We're done with that now. Let's just claim this. All right. I think we're going to say goodnight. Good night, everybody. I'm falling asleep. Thank you for hanging here. We're into April 1st, April Fool's Day. Don't let anybody fool you today. Okay, see you tomorrow. God bless. Prayers. May the Lord bless you and protect you and give you his peace. Prayers for everyone in our community. Everyone needs them. I love you guys. God bless and have a good night, okay? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Julianne. And I'll play you a song on the way out since Julianne's here. Let's see, he'll play a song on the way out. I'll play this one because we didn't play this one on the way in. Good night.
I'm 1,000 pieces, still standing tall, a voice in the chaos. I've lived it all. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, a friend in the night, holding the broken, still holding the light. Shells in my pocket, dreams in my hands, building something they don't understand. The crafter of hope from shattered days, finding my strength in a million ways. They don't see the tears fall down in the shower. They don't know the pain behind the power. They only see me when I'm shining bright, not the battles I fight every night. But still I rise through the fire they made, through the hate, through the words they threw in my face. I'm still here, I'm still strong. This is where I belong. Mommy ramblings in my day. I built this boy through the pain. Every rebel that stayed by my side. You're the reason I survive. Still I stand with a broken heart and steady hands. They try to tear me down piece by piece, like I don't deserve a moment of peace. Was it just cause I didn't fit the mold, so they threw their stones and turned so cold? There are things I'll never say out loud, the kind of pain I don't need to cry, but I carry it deep where the silence lives, and still find a way to give and give. And I smile when I go live like I'm okay. They don't see the price I pay. I'm missing you with every breath I take. My sweet boy, my heart's still great, but still How'd you carry me when I was weak? When I couldn't stand you lifting me. More times than I could ever say. You made a way, you made a way. And I've got dreams that won't let go. A foundation built, some love I know. For my son, for the ones he played. I'll turn my lungs, singing something never made. Yeah, I rise, now I'm stronger than before. Every scar just opened up a door. I'm still here, hear me now. I won't break, I won't bow. I'll be rambling, loud and clear. This is my voice, this is my ear. Every rhythm, every heart. You've been with me from the start. Still I rise, still I fight. Turning darkness into light.
I'm still your mom. I still stay your name. And I'll build something beautiful from all this pain.
I never thought this journey would look like this, but I am grateful for the ones who stayed. When the world turned loud and cold, when words were thrown and stories told, some walked away, some joined the fight, but you stayed here, you were my light. I didn't always have the strength, some days I barely breathed at length, but you reminded me I'm more than all the battles at my door. And I don't take that love for granted, the way you planted hope in me. When everything felt broken, you helped me finally see. You helped me finally see. You helped me finally see. Because you said I kept going, I kept going. Because you cared, I kept going. Through the darkest nights I knew I could make it thanks to you. This channel isn't just a stream, it's more than we could ever dream. True crime, crafts, hearts that mend, a family that won't pretend, won't pretend. I am grateful, I am here because you turned my pain to cheer. And even those who walked away, I hope they find a better day. I won't be bitter, I won't close, my heart still grows, my kindness flows. That's what life is meant to be, a face for you, peace for you, a place for me. I lost so much I won't deny. Some days I still just wonder why, but purpose came and so did you. And now I know what I can do to build a space where voices rise, where no one hides, where truth survives, where friendship means you show you care, not just when life is easy there. Because you stay, because you stay.